My son told his teacher I punched him in the face because he forgot to brush his teeth before bed. The bruise around his eye was dark purple, swollen shut on one side. The school called CPS and the police before I even got home from work. That morning, everything was normal. I'd packed his lunch with the dinosaur sandwiches he loves, ruffled his messy hair, watched him wave from the classroom door with that gap-toothed grin. By 2 p.m., 2 caseworkers and an officer were waiting in my living room. They showed me the photos taken at school. My 7-year-old Noah's face, black eye blooming, lip split. He told them I snapped when he argued about bedtime routine, backhanded him hard enough to knock him down. They took him straight to his dad's. Emergency custody granted on the spot. I wasn't allowed to see him, touch him, call him. My ex picked him up and drove away without looking back. The fallout was instant. My mom called crying, asking how I could hit my baby. My dad just said, "We're disappointed," voice flat. My closest friend texted she needed time to process. Work HR called me in. Paid leave until the investigation concludes. Neighbors stared when I took out the trash. Someone spray painted monster on my garage that night. I sat in his empty bedroom staring at the glow-in-the-dark stars we'd stuck on the ceiling together. His Spider-Man pajamas still folded on the chair, trying to remember every second of the night before. We'd read 2 chapters of his dog book. He'd brushed his teeth without complaining, fallen asleep mid-sentence. No anger, no bruise, nothing. The investigation lasted 5 weeks. Detectives, home searches, interviews with everyone I've ever known. They checked my hands for bruising, took my phone, asked if I'd ever been violent in past relationships. Noah stuck to the story every time they asked. Mommy hit me because I was bad. I wasn't allowed supervised visits. I wrote him letters he never answered. I stopped sleeping. Then the forensic interview. I waited in the hallway for hours, nails bitten to the quick. The psychologist came out white as paper and told the detective, "We need units to the father's house now. The boy's not safe." They brought Noah out a minute later. He was holding the little stuffed fox I'd sewn for him when he was 4, face hidden in its fur. When he saw me, he dropped it and ran straight into my arms, legs wrapping around my waist like when he was tiny, sobbing so hard I could barely understand him. "I'm sorry, Mommy. I didn't want to say it was you. He said he'd hit me harder next time and make sure you went away forever." Turns out my ex's new girlfriend, the one he'd been with for 6 months, had slammed Noah's face into the kitchen counter when he spilled milk at her place. She told him kids who lie get believed over moms with anger issues, and if he ever told the truth, she'd make sure he never saw me again. When the teacher noticed the black eye and started asking questions, Noah panicked and said my name because the girlfriend always said I was the one who'd get in real trouble. They arrested her that afternoon. My ex claimed he thought it was an accident, but texts showed he told her to handle it. He lost custody completely. She's facing felony assault charges. Noah's home now. The bruise faded, but he still checks the mirror sometimes like he's making sure it's gone. We go to therapy together every week. Last night he crawled into my bed during a thunderstorm, pressed his face to my shoulder, and whispered, "You're my safe spot, Mommy." Nobody can change that. I held him until he fell asleep and promised him, out loud and in my heart, that nobody ever would.